I'm trading one system, one ticker, S&P 500 futures every single day for a full year until I master it. And we're going to journal and record the process so we can improve our execution. And we're also going to do market analysis as well to see how well it plays out. So today is day 76. And this is probably one of the worst days I had in a while. I'm down $921 for the day. This is actually for Tuesday. I didn't really trade much on Wednesday. There was some news yesterday that kind of pushed the market to grind up a lot. As you can see here, we just kept pushing up. That was mostly due to Ukraine news, where it says Ukraine agreed to a peace deal with the U.S. and talks with Russia was on the way. So this is the P&L here. Really, really ugly P&L. And the reason I had that P&L was because there was one level that I was so sure that the market was gonna reject off, and it didn't happen. But I don't necessarily felt bad that it didn't work out in my favor. I still think it was worth the shot. So there was two levels. There was this level over here that I shorted because this was one of the trend line levels that I thought we were gonna reject off, and that didn't happen, right? And then there was also this level where I shorted that I thought we were going to reject off, which we did a tiny bit, but not enough to truly make a lot of money. And as you can see, we end up using this MOB as support, and we end up bouncing higher from there today, right? So that was a pretty good bounce there, actually. Um, and because of these two levels that I shorted, that I was so sure was going to reject because it rejected so many times in the past. I went a little bit heavy. I went 10 MES and it didn't work out and lost a lot of money. And then did it again here, and that worked out for a little bit. I made a little bit of money back, but it wasn't enough. And I think in hindsight, the only thing I could have done better was reduce my risk here, while doubling my risk here, where wouldn't have lost as much. But other than that, I think it was a okay day. Uh, Interesting to see the market breaking out like this. So we got some new levels for tomorrow. So I'll go over this real quick. So I think as long as we stay above 67.90, we're pretty bullish and we will probably continue to go up, right? And then the lower level 67.40. So this is a wider range. We're moving into the wider range again. So I think as long as we're above here, we'll probably push up, right? If we can get under here, we'll probably be bearish going downwards. But like I said, that happened applied to the other day as well, where these were the level where I said if we can break above this, we're probably gonna keep pushing up. Where if we broke lower this, we would push lower, and we did. We did a little bit, and then we reclaimed it. Let's see. Let's look at the market from a longer time frame, see how things are going. So a lot of moving averages converged to the upside on Monday, actually. And so I kind of missed this. I didn't see that well on the 10-minute time frame. We see a lot of moving averages crossing over the 10-minute MOB here, which means we have a lot of golden crosses, pretty bullish, and we're still pushing up higher. 30-minute time frame, we just had that happen today as well. So all these moving averages are reversing back to the upside. That means we might have more momentum to the upside, and then this is probably our last push over here on the 48-minute. And then on the 195, we're still okay. We're pushing backwards. On the daily, we haven't def crossed yet. So, which means the market is still bullish at this point. We have no reason to be bearish now, which is weird because just a while ago we were very doom and gloom, right? Drawing this trend line from a higher level here today, it also seems like we're bouncing off this trend line where we broke out and we're bouncing above this trend line. So I think as long as we stay above 6,800, there's absolutely zero reason to be bearish at all. And we will expect the market to keep grinding up. And we just got to abandon the bearish bias that we were building for the last few weeks, which was kind of annoying, man. So lastly, let's go over signals that happened today and see how they played out. So we had a bunch of signals. 8:30, we had market structure flipping bullish here, which means the market was net buyers around this time frame, and then we remained bearish, well, main bullish market structure the whole day. And then 11:50 was so we see a little bit back test here to MOB. That was a perfect buying opportunity because we're in bullish market structure, right? And then once we got to 11:50, that was one of the first times we had a toppy signal, which means we're probably gonna pull back a little bit and look for buying opportunity. So we did pull back. This was a good area to buy here for that push back up. And then 12:08, we had another signal as well, which is over here, which told us we're gonna pull back, and there we go. That's the buying opportunity there. And then 112, we had another sell signal, but remember we're in the bullish market structure, so we're gonna use these sell signals as opportunity to buy the dip. So that was this big pullback here. Ideally, buy the dip in this range, the red moving average, and possibly the blue moving average if we had a chance. And at the end of the day, we did have a sell off. I guess this was just profit taken before the holidays began. I expect us to probably backtest the 1 minute MOB again at some point and possibly use that as a opportunity to buy the dip and push back up again. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys caught that bottom in the market, but I felt like it was really hard. I don't think anybody was really able to flip that quickly. But if you guys did flip your bias that quickly, let me know how and why, and what made you completely flip the bias from bearish to bullish real quick. Thanks for watching and have a great day.